it's Showbiz Shelly, and I'm hanging out here at Robert Pattinson's hotel. Now, you might have heard of Robert. He's starring in a new film called Twilight, coming out November 21st. He's growing to be a huge star, so I can't wait to talk to him and about his growing stardom. Let's head upstairs and do the interview. Welcome to Chicago, by the way, first
Thank you very much.
How do you like it here?
Again, I always had this, I've just seen the hotel room, and this whole tour I never see anything. I didn't realize what it looked like, though. It is I thought it looked like London. Everyone told me Chicago looked like London. It doesn't look anything like London.
I wouldn't think so.
It looks like Chicago.
Yeah, well, maybe just the weather looks like London a little
Yeah,
bit.
it is kind of similar.
Yeah.
It's a cool-looking city, though.
Yeah, well, good. Glad you like it. So welcome.
Thanks.
And now talk about your movie, Twilight, coming out November 21st. It's a vampire flick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about your character. Just for people who didn't really follow it, there's one or two of them that I don't think did. So.
It's basically about this young girl who moves to a new town, in a little small town in Washington State, and it's raining all the time, it's miserable, and she doesn't really know anyone. And basically she sees this bizarre looking family who go to her school and gets kind of fixated on this one kid who seems to absolutely despise her from the second he meets her. And she eventually finds out that he's a vampire, and he's 108 years old, and he's stopped killing people, but has since smelt her blood and needs to kill her, but also at the same time is completely fascinated by her, and they eventually fall in love, and then all this other bad stuff happens.
And so what was it like? How'd you prepare for the role of vampire? How'd you get into character, prepare for it?
I was by myself a lot. I went 3 months early to Oregon, where we were shooting it. And I was just by myself. I just didn't really talk to anyone, and I did a lot of running. And I don't know. It's not really a vampire movie as such, though. He's not really a vampire. It's completely different to any other vampire story.
Okay. You didn't drink any blood then to prepare, just for the record?
I did a little bit.
A little. Okay.
Just a little.
Tasted good.
I don't really like it, to be honest.
I heard too. Did they say your teeth weren't straight enough or something, or what was that?
How did you hear that?
I did a little research.
Yeah, they tried to put a brace on me. God, I'll hold that against the people who decided on that. The amount of stuff they wanted to do to my teeth. They wanted to give me gum surgery and like put this Invisalign thing on, and I was like, and the producer's like, how much is that going to cost? And I was just like listening, going, wait.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting all my gums off. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like.
That's crazy. So obviously you didn't go through with any of it, did you?
I didn't know. I just pretended that I was. They did the whole Invisalign. Do you know what Invisalign is?
Yeah, the invisible braces.
They did the whole treatment, and I wore it for maybe 15 minutes, and then I told the producers I was wearing it for a good month and a half before I had the guts to tell them.
Oh my God.
But people were saying like, "Wow, your teeth look so much better." It was like literally, it's just it's power of suggestion.
It was a psychological
Yeah.
thing, yeah. And so, okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you, Robert. About, I would say, a week ago, 10 days ago, I really didn't know who you were. And suddenly in the last week, you can't go to a blog, you can't do anything without seeing your face. You've just risen to stardom. What has that been like for you?
Still completely bizarre to me, It's just... it's worrying as well, because when it comes out of nowhere, you know, people always want to tear you down really quick. They want to tear you down just as quick as you came up. So I don't know. I think it's completely bizarre to me. I hope it makes the film do well, though.
Well, I'm sure it'll do well. You have a lot of fans out there.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, it really does. It really does. I mean, it's just so funny how like last year, nada.
Yeah.
And then this year you just do one movie and everything changes.
Yeah, because you have an appearance tonight, and you've had a couple of appearances at malls and things, and the fans have gone crazy, started riots and fights. And what's your take on all that?
Well, it's just the book. I mean, people... I think I could have just been anybody. I mean, people were so obsessed with the book, and they wanted to just have something real to instead of just being in their imaginations, anything that they can touch or see or whatever. It's like they transfer all their love of the book onto that, and so It's weird. You're just a vessel for screams.
Well, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that nobody gets hurt tonight. So
Yeah, me too.
me too. Just heard some stories. So, and what about you two sisters growing up? What was that like? Did they pick on you at all?
Not really. I was just always the kind of freak, and like, because they're quite close in age to each other, so I was just like, the one who just kind of wandered around by himself.
Oh, you seem to do that a lot. I hope not.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
And what about your hair? That seems like to be a signature thing. How do you do that with your hair? It's very tossed and turned.
No, I don't know. I don't. Just been the same my whole life. I wear a hat a lot, so
Okay.
that's why.
A lot of fans pay attention to your hair. That's like a big thing on blogs.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
And what's the best and worst part so far of everything that's happened?
The best part, I guess, is like traveling everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The worst part, I guess, is traveling everywhere and not being able to see anything. I look out a lot of good windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to hang out in hotels a lot.
Yeah. I like hotels.
Good. I hope so at this point, right?
Yeah.
And finally, are you going to get to do anything while you're here in Chicago? Not really. You're just going to stay here?
I hope so. I mean, I'm going to try and do something tonight. I mean, I hope it doesn't go on too long for this thing this evening.
Go to some clubs or something.
And I want to have deep pan pizza.
You should. It's very good.
Where's
here.
a good place?
Giordano's. That's a good one.
Giordano's.
It's a really good one. Yeah.
Giordano's.
And I have to ask for all your. Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't.
You just made a lot of girls really happy.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
What do you look for in a girl? Ideal date?
It's like a little bit nuts. I like nuts girls, and I don't know. Just it's completely random. Every time I'm attracted to someone, it's always unexpected.
Uh-huh. And just one final question. Have you made enough money yet? Have you made a big purchase, a big splurge, anything you're going to splurge on? If you haven't yet?
I definitely haven't really.
Oh.
I made, yeah, no, I haven't made, I don't know. Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't made enough money to splurge on anything.
Haven't seen the money yet from Twilight?
Yeah, no, I gotta wait a bit for that.
Anything you want to buy that's in your mind?
Actually, I did buy some. I bought some recording stuff the other day, which was quite good because I wanted to record some music a few months ago.
You're a big singer.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Not really. Not so much anymore. I mean, I was recording when I was in LA, and so I bought a whole setup for that. That was probably the biggest thing I bought.
Do you want to sing anything for?
No.
You sure?
I think I've done it.
Okay, well, thank you so much,
All right.
Robert. Appreciate
Thank
it. It
you.
was nice
Nice
meeting
to meet
you.
you.
Thank you.
B96.